Today on Beauty from Trashes, we're going to be making this ribbon mirror. So for your supplies, you'll need a glue gun and glue sticks. You'll need a styrofoam circle just like this one, and a mirror that fits into the circle like that. It doesn't matter what size you pick. You can have larger ones of these or smaller, as long as the mirror that you pick fits behind it well and overlaps just a little bit so that you can glue it on later. And these were like $2 or $3 a piece. And then you'll need your ribbon, and you'll need a lot of ribbon. Now for your ribbon, if you get larger pieces like this one instead of smaller pieces like this one, of course you'll need less ribbon because it'll be covering more surface. And so that's up to you. I like using the little ones because it gives you a little more, I don't know, look to your thing. But I also used big ribbon on mine because I would be using way too much ribbon if I didn't. And so I recommend getting a couple pieces of ribbon that are bigger, like these three here, and then also getting some that are littler, but you'll just use more of these ones, and that way you're not tying as much, it's not going to take you as long, and you're not going to be using as much of your ribbon. So the very first thing that we're going to want to do is tie a long piece of ribbon onto our circle for a hanger. And so what I've done is I have a piece of ribbon that's still attached to the spool, and I have just wrapped it around my ring like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take it and tie a knot somewhere at the top. Like so. And that will be how I hang this piece of styrofoam. And so what you can do is you can glue this ribbon on so that it's stationary, or you can tie a knot as well so that it doesn't go anywhere. You can just tie a knot right there. Either one is fine. And then you can also tie a bow up here if you want. You don't have to tie a knot like I just did. The knot's just really simple. And then just make sure that you cut off your piece of ribbon from the spool, of course. And you can make it any size in length. You can make it hang really low or really high. It doesn't matter. It just depends on how long you make the ribbon. The next thing you're going to want to do is to cut a couple pieces of your ribbon to tie onto your ring. And so to figure out how long you need your ribbon, just take a piece of ribbon that's still attached to the spool and wrap it around your ring. Once you've done that, figure out how long you want the piece to be hanging off of your ring. And so I think that that's pretty good. It's about 1.5 inches. And then you can take that and tie a knot. And you're probably going to want to double knot it. And now that I've double knotted it, it's not as long as I wanted it to be. And so I can make it a little longer. Then try and knot it. That's about the right size, so I've double knotted it here, and then I can just take my scissors and cut right there, make sure that these two pieces are the same size. And once you have finished that, just untie that piece and then you'll have a piece like this. And what you'll do is you'll just use this piece to measure all the rest. So I would take this and just measure it against it. and then cut there, and just keep doing that and keep doing it until you have as many pieces as you think you need. And make sure that you always measure from the same piece, your first piece, otherwise your pieces will slowly get distorted. So make sure that you always measure from the first piece that you cut. And then once you've cut all your pieces, you're going to start tying them onto your ring like that. And it's very simple. You just take a piece and wrap it around. Make sure they're even. And then tie your knot. Like that. And then you're just going to want to make sure that you push them all close together and keep tying until it goes all the way around, covering all of the styrofoam. And so you'll need to cut a lot of ribbon, and you can tie them as you cut. So like you cut a piece and then just tie it on, tie it on. That way you know exactly how many pieces you need. Or you can cut a bunch at once and then tie them on, and try not to cut too many. That way if you accidentally cut too much, you're not wasting ribbon, and you can always cut more, and so that's the good part of it. And so yeah, just keep tying around. Alright, so I have put ribbon all the way around my ring, and it is done. I think it looks really good. And I've decided that I want this side to be the front and this side to be the back. And so what I'm going to do is put the front down and the back on top. And I'm going to take my mirror, and all I'm going to do is take my glue gun and glue all the way around this ring and on the mirror, and then I'm going to place the mirror onto that glue. Then I'm just going to go around the edges a little bit. Just to try and add some more glue. I think it's good. And turn it around. Pick off the extra glue. And voila! That's what it looks like. I think it looks pretty good. I'm happy with it. I can hang it up, and it looks just like that. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and subscribe to my channel. I try and put out at least one new video a week, and you can also follow me on Facebook and Twitter.